Hello guys, I just wanted to do a quick video about a direct correlation between all these lawsuits that Gigi has filed and whoever Gigi perceives to be in charge of whatever he thinks the goons are at that time. So first of all, I want to congratulate Eugene, of course, on his recent ruling. And the fact that Boston and Meth and Lewis are doing their own show next year, congratulations once again. But what am I saying? But um, yeah, back to my original point. Original point, if I could speak English. So the first lawsuit I still find to be very interesting because it was so haphazard, and this should have given us an indication of all the lawsuits that were to come. Um, George, of course, filed cases against fictional characters. He didn't even bother to look up to see who was real back then because he was suing Metal Gear Solid characters and Snatcher characters. And we all know who that's from, but uh, don't want to. He doesn't deserve a mention. Um, I believe Lewis was sued, Layton was sued in that case. I believe a couple others. I don't remember. And of course, that was instantly thrown out of court. Then I believe the next three or four were against me. And most of them failed. The only reason the last one failed, took so long was one, I had medical problems, as some of you guys probably have heard in some of the streams that I've done. But also, it was just a bunch of other weird shit oh yeah, that's right, the quote unquote legal help that George was having in the background. This the last lawsuit, the last as in before Eugene's, would have probably been much shorter had I had somebody to help me out sooner with the filings. And I want to thank the inner circle once again for that. um yeah, this latest case, and this is what I find hilarious. I'm almost 100% certain, sound like Sean Connery there, um, that this was started not by Roger, but by George. And I'm sure everybody knows this already. Um, and for this reason that Eugene stated tonight, that basically, whenever there's a GoonCon and he's there, that they would bring Roger and whoever else to the courtroom. I think what George was hoping to happen by being there today, by the way, remember, I'm still convinced that he orchestrated this, by the way, was if they did get a protection order against Eugene, both Roger and Watt, which would have been comical if that happened. Would have been George would have tried to go in front of the courtroom stating, "Oh, I was victimized by these people too." I think that's what, in his delusional mind, he thought was going to happen. Um, and of course, I've mentioned this before. George has the opposite of the Midas touch. Anything he touches turns to shit, mainly because he smells like it. Um, and this case ended up like that as well. He touched it. It had his his toilet paper, toilet paper, his feces covered his feces covered finger. Yeah, I said it right before. What the fuck is wrong with me? Um, all over this case, and of course ruined it. Um, but so the reason why I wanted to say all this was because he's gone after whoever he thinks the head goon is. Originally, it was Lewis, Layton, Josh, and some other people. I think the only reason he didn't go after Josh at the time was he didn't know his information. Then he went after me multiple times over. Then from what I heard, he tried to go after the inner circle, and he could never get their information. Of course, huge shocker. Um, And the only reason he was able to go after Eugene was through Roger, which is quite pathetic. So, what does this mean? Well, of course, we know the LOLsuits are not going to stop. Um, the next one's going to probably be against Boston or Meth or both, considering George. For what, if it's trademark, by the way, I'm going to be laughing my ass off because we all know how badly that one's going to fail. Um, so it'll be interesting to see where this direction of LOLsuits is going to go because they're not going to stop. But yeah, the baton keeps being passed. The original group had it many, many years ago. That goes all the way back to the SA Goons when he was going on there buying multiple accounts, getting banned constantly. I wish I could have been a part of that back then, and failing. Then he. What did he do after that? Oh, that's right. He went after Lewis and Leighton and a couple other people, and then me, and then Eugene, and of course, like I said, now it's probably going to be Boston and Meth. But the thing is, George, and to anybody listening, it's going to be whoever is going to hold that baton next. That's the person he's going to see as his mommy figure and the one he should rage at next, because we all know he has issues with members of his family. As much as he says he loves them, he truly hates them. Um, so that's basically all I wanted to say. So this isn't going to end. More lolsy shit is going to happen in the future. And once again, congratulations to everybody involved. Eugene, Nurse Joy. Wow, there's going to be a bunch of shout outs. Mullane for the awesome job he did at GoonCon. Um, and of course, Boston, Meth, and anybody's name that I'm forgetting. Um, yeah, I mean, this is not going to end for the foreseeable future, but we're definitely going to see tons of funny shit, of course, to come forward. I wish I was more articulate than this. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for listening to an old rambling man. And GG, fuck you. Woo! Take a bath. Woo!